What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Sports to the Wire. For those of you who are actually new to the show, I am your host, Steve Rashid. My boy on the other side of the panel there is Barrick.
What's going on, guys?
All right, as we can see with the text and title on screen over there, Danny Ainge steps down as the general manager of the Boston Celtics. And Brad Stevens is promoted, and Stephen A. Smith is not happy about it at all. Screams bloody racism. Everything with this man is race, and we can understand why the ratings for ESPN keeps falling to the bottom of the ocean abyss there, where you cannot go and retrieve it. Kurt, take us off, man, because you had something to really say about this. And you didn't even tell me about it. You said you wanted to wait to the show so you can actually get my live on the air reaction.
Yeah, well, congratulations, obviously, to Brad Stevens, for getting the job. Danny Ainge knew for months, probably almost a year, that he was going to step down. And, the only decision they made during the course of the season was to bring Fournier in there. And obviously they let Gordon Hayward go. And now you're gonna raise this man, Brad Stevens, to make the GM of the Boston Celtics. Now, of course, Brad Stevens is familiar with the way the Boston Celtics operate. He's been in the organization for 8 years. But this is the same Brad Stevens that came out and said that he's having a difficult understanding now how to motivate these players, how to put them in position to be successful. Obviously, you've had injuries to key players, but this is where your coaching position, your coaching acumen begins. Now you're going to move this man into a more powerful position and make him the GM, make him more of a person that's going to be most directly responsible for the personnel that you're going to put in there. Now, I'm going to drop this bomb. Rumor has it that JK is supposed to be up for this job. Okay? Strong rumor has it that JK is up for this job. And he's going to get serious consideration for it. But my problem is not what Stephen A. went on there. Now, Stephen A. went on a big-time rant about racism. He doesn't have a point, in my personal opinion, in regards to this, because he put the onus on the players who happen to be black, who we talked about in our previous show, players who have a overwhelming power in the NBA. They're the only sports athletes in sports that have an overwhelming power, that was supposed to go out and so-called allegedly speak up for other coaches like Sam Cassell. Okay? That's not my problem.
Let's hear what Stephen A. actually has to say on this over here.
Okay? And it wasn't just LeBron, it was Kawhi too. There's a plethora of guys. Got Sam Cassell. He's going to be a hell of a coach one day in the NBA if he gets that opportunity. Chauncey Billups. Everybody was talking about he had an opportunity to get an executive position, and then suddenly it dwindled. But Steve Nash, who we love and respect, great dude, got
a leave that Steve Nash alone.
Mr. Bill Duffy, Steve Nash never.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie wanted Steve Nash.
Yeah.
And not only does he get the job, he gets the job with the full support of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, who, by the way, never insisted that a black candidate be interviewed and be put front and center, so we'll know who that individual is. We got Brad Stevens here. It's Boston. Tatum's your star. Jaylen Brown's your star. We understand what role that they play, particularly Jaylen Brown, in social justice issues. We're supposed to be woke. We're supposed to understand that knee on George Floyd's neck wasn't just about violence.
What the fuck does George Floyd got to do with this, man? I don't understand. I mean, somebody please enlighten me in the comment section over here. What does George Floyd got to do with any of this?
Nothing at all, bro. Nothing at all. This is about a man moving forward from a coaching position into a general manager position. That's all this is about. But again, finish with the video.
All right. So what does George Floyd have to do with this over here, man?
Absolutely nothing, but he's basically on a roll, he's in a flow, and he's basically bringing up every particular situation that has happened to a black person, whether it's involved in sports or not, trying to mandate a point about why black people should get more of a fair share of the pie, and that's why he rolled with that. I don't think it makes a point at all. But getting to what I was going to say about it, and my issue with it is not racial at all. My issue with it is the Boston Celtics as a whole. They are the most prominent sports franchise in sports outside the New York Yankees. You understand that? I mean, they have 17 World Basketball Championships, and the Yankees got 27. And outside those two franchises, everyone's trying to catch them. This is a franchise that's on a reputation of being consistent, being great. And at the time now, we have a team that has a coach who has made it clear he cannot galvanize. He cannot put players in positions for success. Now he's going to be in charge of of making personal decisions to better this team moving forward.
Well, Tatum probably wanted him. Let me play one more Stephen A. clip over here, and he's really super woke over here, man. He's
NBA players are some of the most powerful people in this world. When have they spoken up for black coaches? When have they spoken up for black executives, GM, president of basketball operations? When did that happen? LeBron, all of them, everybody. Where the hell have they been? Nobody's done anything. And then when we the media, we bring it up, and you got white folks out here gonna sit up there and look at Stephen A. and say,
Max Kellerman, man, you gonna say something over here, man, or you just gonna sit there looking stupid?
Oh, here he is bringing up weight. And none of the black players speak up and say, yo, he got a point. Yo, he's right. Yo, there's something that needs to be done here. Do y'all want me to bring up the Rooney Rule and how it might be needed in basketball? Oh, I forgot. I can't do that. Why? Because the Rooney Rule ain't even working in the damn NFL. So when are we going to say something about it? You know what? I'm going to walk away. I'll be right back because I'm scared I'm going to say something that might get me in trouble. Because I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
What's up with your boy over here, man? There's a lot of black players in the NBA. I'm sorry, black people in the NBA that has positions, executive. Was it Nick McMillan in Atlanta? I mean, what's wrong with your man over here, man?
Well, first of all, Nate McMillan is an interim coach. That's not his job yet. The bottom line is that Stephen A. Smith has been provided so much leniency and power on that show that maybe he's overusing it. And we can all be guilty of that sometimes. We have certain things working with us, and then we start losing control of what that's all about, the power we have. Stephen A. Smith may have a slight point on why the players have not stepped up, but it's not their responsibility to step up and speak for a coach that's in Boston. So if Sam Cassell doesn't get a coaching job, or if Chauncey Billups doesn't get a GM job, why are we going to bust down the doors? All right. I think Sam Cassell is going to be a great coach once he gets an opportunity, just like A.V. Johnson got an opportunity to coach. All right. So the bottom line is you have to say, listen, this is the Boston Celtics franchise. As I alluded to 2 minutes ago, how prominent they've been, how much they have been the most consistent or the most successful franchises in all of sports over the last 7 to 8 decades. The bottom line is they have been basically set up on being consistent from top to bottom. Now, Brad Stevens is going to take over as GM. What plans is he going to have outside of Jaylen Brown and Tatum? Rumor also has it that they're going to probably try to get Gordon Hayward back because Gordon Hayward's unrestricted next year. That might be.
Well, I mean, Danny Ainge had a lot of bad. I mean, he had a lot of things go against him. He gets Kyrie Irving in there, he walks. They try to trade for Anthony Davis, but you know, who was it? What's his name in Clutch Sports? What was the guy's name? I keep forgetting the person who owns Clutch Sports. Yeah, he said, well, all right, if Anthony Davis gets traded to Boston, he's going to walk. Anthony Davis' father doesn't like Boston for some weird reason. Gordon Hayward breaks his leg. I mean, Danny Ainge didn't really actually do a real good job here, man. When you actually really think about it, I mean, he got the 2 draft picks, but he was scared to actually make a lot of moves, man. And
he made a move in 2008. He got the big 3 over there. So
that was
okay,
it.
Yeah, but as a GM,
anybody can go to the casino and strike gold the first time, man. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You know,
bruh.
nothing's happened
You
to
are,
actually.
as a GM, you are basically saying, "What have I done on my watch?" Brian Cashman is one of the best GM. You know who Brian Cashman is? Brian Cashman is the GM of the Yankees. Okay,
Well,
Brian
Danny Ainge
Cashman.
admitted last year that he did not do a good job in terms of his putting this team together. I mean, even signing Kemba Walker, as a matter of fact, for $100-something million. And
That was to appease the fan base. You know that.
yeah,
He had to get a play in
yeah.
there.
It was still a bad move in a sense, though. I mean, he's 6 foot. I don't think he can actually really take you far. He never got a team really to the playoffs, and I don't know.
He wasn't supposed to do that. He was supposed to add his talent
$100
with
million.
the.
Yeah, you are supposed to do that, Barry.
You're supposed to add your talent with the talent that's there already.
I know, I hear you, but he's supposed to at least get that team, over the hump somewhat. I'm not saying he's the main guy, but he's been really a disappointment in Boston right now.
He's also been injured too, just like Jaylen Brown has. So has Jaylen Brown been a disappointment too?
Well, Jaylen Brown has been injured. Yeah, I mean, he had a season-ending surgery on his wrist.
Okay, so then that means that
there's just a lot of bad breaks for.
Okay, thank you very much. That's where it's going to come down to bad breaks. Decisions are made to better your team. Did he better his team? On paper, it looked like he did. I mean, they made the playoffs again. Although, as a Boston fan base, that's not enough because they're always making the playoffs. This is a relevant team. But now I can no longer, if I'm Danny Ainge, I can no longer run this team the way I have to. You know why? Because his head ain't there no more, neither his heart. And he's thinking more of his family now. He's got grandkids on top of everything. He wants to be around his family now. So you hand it to the guy who's been in your franchise for 8 years coaching the team, who also has admitted, indirectly that he cannot coach these guys. Now he's running your team. That's where my problem is. Did you do an elaborate search?
Coaching and evaluating talent and trying to put talent around the team is two different things. And
is it?
We'll see what actually Brad Stevens. Yeah, it is.
Because Danny Ainge actually told this man, "I want to bring this guy in." Okay, bring him in. I'm bring this guy in. Bring him in. So isn't that part of what you are trying to go into? You just don't hand a job to somebody if they don't have some kind of idea of how to go out for talent. If I'm the GM, I'm saying, "Hey, coach, listen, I want to bring this guy in. Can you coach him up?" Sure. Now you have to do the same thing now. Now it's officially your job. So maybe the job description is different, but the insert concept is kind of the same. It all includes evaluating talent and putting the guys in the best position to win. Now, who's going to be a coach? Like I said again, it's supposed to be Jay Kidd. He's rumored. All right.
We'll see what happens. Time actually tells everything. We're going to wrap this video up. If you like this video, please comment, definitely subscribe, share this video. When you share, the universe certainly shares back with you. Peace.
No doubt. Peace.